Welcome back to Let's Try Roleplay. This is episode 4 of the Great Capital Bake Off. I'm 9. Robin,
Are you?
playing 9, who just want to get some shit done for once. Fuck.
I'm Connor, and I'm playing Thalmig, who would much rather go around the bazaar looking at many, many clothes and many, many rapiers.
Jesus.
I am Ibufen. I have new clothes. I love it. Look at me, sparkle.
What?
Spottle?
I don't know, I kind of stole the thing I was going to say.
And it led to that.
And I'm Henry, your just fabulous DM.
Previously on Let's Try Roleplay. So, we got let loose in the bazaar and we made some interesting purchases. 9 bought this outrageous flaming sword from that creepy tent guy. She's a bit worried that Davith is going to be mad, but you know, it's a flaming sword. As for me, I found myself a scarf of deceit. This trendy beauty makes lying so easy that I'm actually a little bit worried that even I won't know what's true anymore. Also, your boy got himself a new rapier. This baby has a super crazy ability to take the life energy from my unlucky foes, but yeah, I'm pretty sure David definitely wouldn't be too cool on this one either. Nevertheless, my coolest item is definitely the Pantaloons of Pointlessness. Random items, anytime, anywhere. I can't wait to see what my first item is. After our retail revolution, we headed to Fabulous Fabian's for a sweet, sweet makeover. 9 got kitted out in some of the finery you'd expect from a complete badass, but Ibethane and I, let's just say that we're going to be turning heads and filling beds at the Emperor's birthday bash. But looks like there's no time to enjoy our new looks. Fyodor fancies a fight. I mean, he looks pretty tough, but he's not faced the heroes of River's Edge.
So the three of you leave Fabian's fabulous fashion, and your 3 taxi drivers look up towards you, and my God, their reaction. Highs or lows?
Highs.
Lows?
Would you all go?
Nice.
Highs.
Lows.
Very well.
They all think 9 looks good.
Yeah, they do.
Fuck.
Hey!
9 got a crit because that was a 4, basically. So they look up and 9 exits first, and they're like, "Whoa,
She's
that's
hot.
a good look." And then the 2 of you exit, and they're just like, "Oh,"
And then the bird flies out.
and they're like,
Oh!
"They're like, well, Fabian does channel the essence of the wearer." So that says a lot about you, you two. Very well. It's a look, I must say. The Tabaxi will turn around, just like, it's not bad.
Hey, thank you.
Not
Thank
good,
you.
but
I'd
it's
like
not
that.
bad.
It's not good either.
I feel brilliant.
What was worse, this or the dressing gown?
Oh, the dressing gown was far worse. You don't want to know what was in the breeze. Oh. Very well. Shall we? Where would you like to head off to? The Tabaxi asks.
We are going to the...
Yeah, we were going to go and find the Dragonborn. I think he said it was in the cage or something. There was
I think
a
it was in the
cage.
palace, wasn't it?
Back to the palace.
Is that?
We
Yeah,
want to fight the Dragonborn, but a specific one. His name...
We want to spar with him.
Yeah, we're
Very
sparring.
well,
We have a plan to spar with... Fuck my...
Goldie.
Oh, yeah,
Bio.
Fyodor.
Fyodor. He wasn't in the fighting pits, was it?
No, there was an actual cage, but
He
in
said there was
the
a training
thing.
cage in the palace.
Yes, back to the palace.
Very well. They take you back to the palace. Takes about half an hour, depending on what you roll. This costs another 5 gold, so that's 15 gold total spent
2
now.
or 1
Disadvantage.
disadvantage.
10.
Did you get disadvantage? Did you roll? Ooh, 11.
So
expecting that to be a lot
nine arrives
better.
slightly. I saw what James rolled.
I'll take control of this one.
Yeah. So I saw what. So 9 and Tholme once again arrive neck and neck, but 9 once again jumps ahead, both literally and figuratively. But Ibathane doesn't turn up for a bit. What's going on, man?
Fucking hell.
Guys, you won't believe it. There was a man and he cut a woman in half.
What?
Where were you?
No, he literally cut a woman in half. The police got involved. The guards were there. It was really fucking weird. And then he literally. I mean, she wasn't in a box. There was no pretense of magic. He just cut a woman in half.
And you didn't intervene?
How could I? Literally, big sword cut her in half. I couldn't stop it. I didn't want to damage my clothes.
Oh my god.
But I stopped and
fair-
watched. It wasn't any traffic or anything. I could have come straight here, but I wanted to see what happened.
Okay. Yeah, I think getting your new clothes dirty would have been a travesty.
No, definitely. But I tell you what, the guards, there's 3 new openings. Because they also got killed by the man.
Oh,
It was very big.
Where did he go after that?
I don't know. He ran away, and a lot of guards went after him. And I just thought, well, I didn't want to go after them because there wasn't a road and it looked quite muddy.
Did we get shoes?
Fancy.
Have we got like the
Yes.
little things
I
with
know
big buckles?
I know exactly what you're asking, and yes.
Yes.
Big buckles.
Oh, yeah, like in...
I'm gonna say Tholme got ones with buckles. Ibathane got ones that twirl up at the end.
Do you know what you need?
Yes.
Do you know, like in like old school, like fancy medieval English time when all like the lords used to wear like those wigs
Yeah.
and stuff? You need to get yourselves a pair of those. Oh, lips. You need to wear the makeup, like white, like powder
issue
face.
is
Draw the
that
line at makeup.
The
With
issue is that Ibathane doesn't
lipstick.
have lips because
Oh,
he's
God.
a reptile.
It would be terrifying.
We
Not a reptile, I'm a dragon.
can put like a wee beauty spot on you.
No,
like,
no, it'll be like the dragon from Shrek that's just got like the little lip things on the end.
Right, this is a fucking horrifying.
Oh, yes. How the fuck do we draw this? And do we draw this? Is this the artwork from the campaign from the start?
Yep.
I'm happy in my clothes. I'm good. I'm gonna send a picture in actually.
Very well. I don't know whether to let James finish his drawing.
No, keep going. I'm happy.
So the 3 of you now arrive back at the palace. Perhaps say to your waiting taxis, we might be a while, but do come back later on in case we need you. And they're like, yeah, of course, no problem. And they all fucking haste off into the distance. But yeah, you head back upstairs. You head back towards your quarters, expecting to find Fyodor potentially there.
Yeah.
And as you enter into the area, there's a black-skinned, completely jet black-skinned Dragonborn sitting there wearing a small doublet and just fairly plain travelling pants.
Oh fuck, we didn't go and see that guy, did we?
What guy?
The master craftsman.
Oh, we met him.
Did we?
Yeah, we did. He was.
He came in.
I forgot his name.
He was the...
Raspar.
Yeah,
Oh,
Raspar. He was the green dragon one.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, I see.
No,
this is the storyteller.
Yeah, this is the
Alphabassa.
story.
Alphabassa.
Okay.
The 3 of you enter, and he kind of looks up and is like, you must be our... you must be our three companions in this area.
Yes, Alphabassa.
Yes, Alphabassa. It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm assuming
And
you
you?
must be Ibathane, Nine, and Tholme.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have heard of us?
Yes, Raspar told me.
Yes, you've heard of us,
about
the
you.
heroes of River's Edge.
No, I'm sorry, I have not.
Flogging a dead horse there.
Yeah, we've tried.
What sort of what are you? This is great outfits that you are all wearing.
Thank you. Would you like some?
Have you
Where did you-
have you paid a tribute to Fabian yet?
So
But
I
can
have
we,
been
can
told
we
that I should.
convince this group to go to Fabian's and get similar clothes for the party?
Maybe.
Yes!
I have heard of Fabian's. My two companions would not really suit it. However, especially now having seen what the clothes he crafts, I think I'll be heading down there later.
Yes.
Nay, I think he's got something special in store for you.
Looking at what you two are wearing and you two, 9. I hope he does. Very well. You know, Raspar and Fyodor, they have headed down to the fighting pits downstairs. It's not so much my style, but they're having a sparring match. I think they said to me that if I ran into you, you should head down there too.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
We came back to get changed into our gear, and we're planning to head down.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yes, we should probably.
You would not want to.
damage this.
They do not look good for sparring at all.
I mean, I don't wear anything.
and especially
anyway.
against those two, you probably want to take your best equipment.
yeah.
Of course.
We fight in 2 of them.
I do not know. They are training against each other at the moment.
I think we were promised 1 on 3.
Let's do that. I think that's a good idea.
Very well.
Tholme goes into his room and comes out in the bathrobe. No, he doesn't. No, he goes in. He comes out. He's dressed in his Tholme gear.
Mm-hmm.
I go OG Simpson. OG, not OJ. OG everything.
Okay, OG Ibathane.
I go into my room and come out 20 minutes later wear my armor.
Yeah.
It takes a while for it to go on. Like, you'll hear a help at some
I
point.
can't do this fucking strap!
That she hasn't taken it off in months.
It's like, I don't know how it works.
Look, the Order of the Gauntlet people put it on me. How the fuck did they do that?
How are you meant to reach this buckle?
Very well. So the 3 of you put on your equipment and you head downstairs. You were given earlier instructions of how to get down to the to the fighting area, the training cage. And as you enter, it's a large, probably about 100-foot square room, 100 foot on each side in a square. And there's around the outside, along the top, there is a sort of like watching gallery, and there's a couple guards there. Actually, there's a fair few guards there at the moment. Guards as well as some nobles, all of which are shouting as you approach. You can hear it from down the hall very loudly, and you hear the clang, clash, clang of metal on metal. And as you enter, you see
Welcome to Robot Wars!
you see 2 figures. You see a extremely large golden figure wearing golden plate armor. Head is completely out. He's holding 2 long swords, one in each hand.
That's cheating.
And he is wailing, like properly wailing on this much shorter figure that you can see in some sort, like it's armor, and it must be armor because it's moving like a person. But how somebody fits inside of this, you are not sure, because there are armor plates. Like it's not shaped like normal armor. There are individual plates moving over each other as he moves around. It's almost like a bunch
Iron
of
Man. It's fucking Iron
kind of imagine fantasy Iron Man
Guys,
a little bit.
We fucked up. We haven't attuned to our weapons yet.
You have not attuned your weapons yet.
I did it on a half-hour ride. No, you
Guys,
did it
No,
on a
it
half-hour
takes an
ride.
hour.
Takes an hour.
Should we? I stopped the guys, like pull them by the across the neck. Should we go back and attune to our weapons first?
We'll
I'll
watch
say-
them
I'll
fight
say
for
you
an
can-
hour.
I'll say you can have attuned your weapons before you went down.
Okay.
Okay.
Just because, fair enough. Otherwise, we will just wait again. You'll come back and they'll still be fighting.
Exact same position, haven't moved.
Yeah. But the smaller of the 2 figures in this jet black armor, from in between which there are small wisps of smoke drifting out of it. So he's mostly blocking with the shield incredibly fluidly. Meanwhile, he has this massive warhammer, which looks like this. It's the head of the warhammer
Oh,
is shaped like a
shit.
burning anvil.
Whoa.
That's
He brings
cool.
it round he brings it round onto the shape that is onto the Dragonborn as Fyodor, and slams it into the side. But Fyodor manages to just block it with using both of his long swords, and returns a strike, smashing down onto his head. But the armor completely seems to absorb the blow, despite having 2 long swords directly to the top of the head. Almost has no effect on the figure that you assume must be Raspar.
I want this.
And this goes on for a while, and all the nobles and guards are like, "Oh my god!" basically going ballistic at the immense power. Like the actual sound of these 2 hitting against each other is absurd. And can you all roll perception checks?
Yeah.
Ooh.
13.
Natural 20.
17.
Very nice. So actually, all three of you will notice as you watch this fight for 5 minutes or so, as they go back and forth, trading blows. Raspar mostly taking blows and getting a good hit in it every so often, with Fyodor just completely wailing with these two long swords every which way, attacking any way he can. But you notice that on Raspar's back, he actually has another warhammer, almost identical to the first one. And it's just you're just like, why does he have two? Just as a thing. But after 5 minutes or so, the two of them step back from each other, and they kind of look at each other, and they're like, "Very well, I think that's good enough. I'm getting pretty tired." Comes from the figure that you probably are guessing is Raspar, and Fyodor replies like, "Perfect. I believe my next three challengers are watching up there." He gestures up towards the three of you. He's like, "Come on down. Don't worry, I won't go too hard. Raspar, he has worn me out quite a bit." And Raspar takes his warhammer and slots it into this slot he has on his back with his two crossed warhammers on his back and says, "Very well, I'm going to quickly go get changed."
And he says, "I have two because..." I'm going to go into an explanation.
He exits the cage, goes upstairs, and he sits down, and he reaches up. As he passes you, he reaches into the collar of where his helmet connects to the rest of it, pulls up, and from the sides it disengages from his head. He unclasps something and pulls it off, and he's dripping with sweat on the inside, but still from the inside of the armor there's smoke whispering up past him. He's just like, "This is mostly for effect. I've spent most of my lifetime enchanting this armor, and I got bored one day and I was like, this armor is some of the best in the world, but it doesn't look cool enough, so the inside constantly produces smoke, and it makes me feel like a real dragon."
Oh my god, that's fucking
so
insane.
good. And I just want to tell you three this, because you're awesome. All of these people here, the nobles and whatever of your people, went fucking ballistic for it. It's so good.
Oh, it's fucking great.
Thank you.
You should take it to Comic-Con, they would love it.
That is a good idea.
I can love that, that's great.
But the
sick.
three of you head back downstairs, head down the stairs into the pit, and Fyodor kind of spins his two swords, Sword of the Morning style, around him.
Fucking asshole. I love
And
him.
then holds him in his hands, like,
Beautiful boy.
"Very well, what do we want the rules of this to be?"
Not to the death.
Obviously not to the death. We have a party and I like you three.
Okay, cool.
He's asked us what the rules want to be. We could make some elaborate.
No
fucking
long
rules.
swords.
Wait, what?
We get 6 goes for your everyone.
Everybody has to down 20 pints before we start. Told me we've been training for this for a month.
It's just like,
You are not allowed to fight us. We are.
Raspar from the top calls down. It's like, "May I suggest I could be the referee? I'm impartial, obviously."
Aye.
Well, we're both Dragonborns.
The rules are we get Raspar.
Raspar calls down. It's like, "I will referee and I will call it when one of you wins."
Okay.
Very well. Go ahead. Roll initiative.
Jesus.
So wait, are we actually going for damage here? Or are we just doing like...
Do non-lethal damage.
I
basically.
can't do non-lethal damage, so I'm just going to do damage.
Like, see if he dies, we can just revive him. It's all
Yes.
good.
We're not going to outright kill him. We can't.
I got an 18.
We'll just do non-lethal damage.
shit,
Is that what
no,
we're
it's good.
saying?
Yeah.
As best as I can.
What does non-lethal damage mean?
So the initiative order is Tholme, Ibethane, 9, and then Fyodor at the bottom.
Brilliant.
Very well. So this is our first combat in a very long time.
Can I have the DMG, please?
Why?
Nope.
Are you going to use your Wonder Weasley?
I need the monster manual, actually. Where's the
Oh my god.
Why?
He's going to pull him off.
James.
No, he needs the monster manual.
monster manual?
Oh, I thought you said the DMG.
No, I did say that, but I actually need the monster manual.
Can I? What in this route is this sparring? What's in this thing? How good is my eating here?
I will say that, so in the so to describe the sparring cage, it's about a 60-foot square. Probably about 30 foot high until you get to the gallery, which is open into it. There's the occasional. I'll say it's made up literally of 5-foot squares of granite, and we'll say between every third and every 6th square in an area, is raised up to give 5 foot of cover. So you could theoretically hide behind those.
Yes. No, I love that.
Slash take cover behind those and other things.
Cool.
How do you use this app to do it?
So
I'm on the
so
compendium
if
by
you go-
challenge rating.
Yeah, so it just says what all the different things are at each challenge rating.
Okay, so I just use this and then go to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it will say huge beast, blah 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 blah. Very well. So first is Tholme
Oh,
in the initiative. You see this large Dragonborn in front of you take a fighting stance, and he waits for you guys to make a move.
I would like to hold my action
Okay. Until what?
until he's concentrating on someone else, so I can go and hide, or someone else is within 5 feet, so I can use my sneak attack.
Very well. That brings it to Ibathane's turn.
I want to turn into a giant shark.
Afraid you can't.
Why?
It's just a fish a shark flapping on the ground like, don't move. Are you going to withhold your action as well?
No.
Just let 9 go first.
I just kind of want to turn into something that's more interesting than just a giant egg.
You can turn into a mammoth.
I know. Hold on, I think I've got that one. I want to turn into a triceratops.
Oh my god.
What?
You also need to name every single one of your monsters.
Yes.
Very well. So Ibathane waves his hands in front of him, and this vortex of magical energy surrounds him, growing until a large blue triceratops appears where he was previously standing.
Fucking
The
spectacular.
Tommy just looks and goes, oh, it's new.
Fyodor will look at that and be like, "Seems like we're being serious. Look, seems like we're being serious then." Very well.
Wait, can I talk?
No,
Just go.
you can go.
Shit.
You literally are a triceratops until you decide to not be or hit 0 HP.
Cool. So I'm this for an hour. But my clothes fit. Okay, cool. So, and then is that my action done?
I believe it is. Yes.
As a bonus action, I'd like my something to billow.
As a bonus action, I'd like to make some magic spells.
You're.
the Triceratops just like.
Can.
I don't think you can. It's got verbal components.
No, I don't think so.
I was gonna say
It's
you
the
can,
Triceratops
you can
screaming
make
at some
your-
stones.
Let's say you.
And then trying to throw them, but you can't because he hasn't got like
so
hands.
good.
Just like trying to kick them at people.
I was gonna say you can make your like as a bonus action make your like crown bit that you have as a triceratops go like billow as if
Yeah.
it's the same thing.
Oh my god, are your earrings on your horns
Yes,
right now?
yes.
Just
they are.
dangling.
Right, that brings it to 9's turn.
Fucking.
I'd like to think that on my central horn there's a gold band which would represent my gold ring that I wear. From him. I don't think I can cast spells
You
on him in
can't,
this form,
no.
but just because I think that's neat.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool. Yeah.
Right. To switch my sword on.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the button?
Where's the button? No. What does that take to do?
You say the word ignite in Infernal.
Is that an action, bonus action, or is
Bonus
it just...
action.
Okay, so I would like to say the word ignite in Infernal and turn my sword
That is
on.
what you say.
Go ahead and say it.
Instantly wreathed in burning flames.
How'd you say it?
Like kind of like a sheep.
Like a
There you go.
Yeah, something like that. It's pretty vile, to be
Well, probably-
honest.
yeah, it's Infernal, so it's devil, so it's abyssal will be. But Infernal will probably be like, oh, chocolate.
Make the fire on. Switch it on. Sword.
Dracaris.
Twinkle, twinkle, little sword, and the sword just goes ping.
Right.
Fuck
So
me.
your sword ignites as a bonus action.
Yeah,
I'll say he's 30 feet away from you.
yeah, and I'd like, you know what I'm gonna do. I'd like to, so put my, I just want to jump at him.
Cool. Yeah, you can jump at him.
Yeah, jump at him, and then attack.
Cool. What sword and shield? Just sword.
Sword and shield.
Cool. Fair enough. So you may attack.
Cool.
You get 2, remember?
I do. So that was 18
Ooh.
first.
Important things. What damage are you resistant to today?
Good question.
Because we forget that all the fucking
We
time.
always do. No, we're
Am I feeling like today? Am I feeling like fire or ice?
What What weapon do you have on him?
You had to choose at the beginning of the day, so I'm not going to tell you.
Bollocks! He had long swords, but I think he's... Fuck it, slashing.
Cool, slashing. Very well. Right.
He puts away his long swords.
Right, so you roll to hit. What did
Yep,
you
I
roll?
got 18.
18. That will hit.
Wow, okay, so that's...
First attack. So that is 1d8 plus 3.
Tell me the slashing and the fire damage separately.
Oh. So slashing was 10.
10.
Yeah, we're doing non-lethal, aren't we?
Yeah.
Non-lethal, and then fire damage was only 3 for my first attack.
Are you
Right.
resistant to fire damage, everything?
He's resistant to lightning.
Electrical, yeah.
I'm just thinking he's probably resistant to something, isn't he?
Probably.
I'm not resistant to it at the moment. I'm a Triceratops.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
true.
Triceratops. Right, that brings it to Fyodor's
Oh, it
turn.
depends on what
No,
type of
2
dragon.
attacks.
Oh, 2 attacks. Do
Yeah.
another attack. Go for it.
Go another attack. That is 17.
Nope. This next attack he manages to parry it out the way.
Fuck! 17 doesn't hit him. Oh.
Nice, he's getting an AC of 18. Good to know.
Nice.
Thank you, Robin, for finding that out for us. Okay,
That brings it to Tholme's held action because someone is now next to him.
Yeah, cool. Tholme is going to be dual wielding his.
Okay.
So dual wielding
So
is
with a held action, you only get 1 action though. You can't do bonus action and action.
Okay, cool, that's fine. Fine. Yep, Tholme's gonna run up and use his new rapier of wounding. He
Yep.
puts his hand in the freaking
Yep.
the skeletal hand
When
like
you put
wraps
your hand
around
in the
it.
skeletal hand, it closes over your
So
hand
is
slightly.
it open? Like
Yeah. When you're not holding it, it's open. When you hold it, it closes over like a normal guard.
That's so fucking grim.
Oh.
And he runs up and attempts to hit your boy. That's gonna miss, I think. +7, that's a 16.
Yeah, as you come in close, he uses one of his swords to, at the same time as he parries one of 9's attacks with one sword, he uses the other sword to knock yours out of the way as well.
Okay, and I can't have a bonus action or anything, so...
Nope. In that position, he then brings both of his swords up on top and tries to bring them both down on top of 9. That will be a 21 to hit.
20.
Fair enough.
But
that'll hit.
what type of damage is these wee swords?
It varies.
His wee swords.
Is wee swords. Is wee swordy boys.
Can you please take 3 bludgeoning damage and 11 halved to 5 slashing damage.
So 8 damage.
8 damage in total.
Okay. So is that what resistant means? Is that it halves?
It halves,
the...
yeah.
Right, okay. That was 8.
As essentially what he does is he brings these 2 swords down. One hits you first, stops, and he brings the other one to hit the first sword down, and the clash of the 2 of them knocks you down and does some bludgeoning damage.
Can, in reaction, I cast Hellish Rebuke.
You may. Yes.
Ooh, playing
So,
to her class.
Point the finger, and the creature is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. Must make a dexterity saving throw.
That's better.
Takes 2d10 on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful.
That'll be a 19.
I don't know what you're rolling against, but I
It
reckon
will
that's
be
probably beat it.
It will be your spell save DC.
Oh, that beat it. So is that just 1d10?
Yeah,
Then.
1d10.
Did I roll it?
Yes.
8 damage.
As this flame wreaths him, and as you wreath him in fire, like you can kind of tell it doesn't affect him as much. Gold Dragonborn are resistant to fire damage.
Oh, fun.
So that was 8, yeah.
Saw that
Yeah.
one coming.
That's good to know, though.
It's a good thing I'm a Triceratops.
It's a very good thing you're a Triceratops. Cool. That brings it back to Tholme's turn.
Tommy's turn again. Cool, he's going to attempt to hit again with his boil, and he's going to use your bonus action to dual wield, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I'm just going to use one, because I'm going to try and fuck off out of the way.
Okay.
That'll be more, that'll be a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Ooh.
Good. Cool, so I need a D and a D4 and the fuck. me. I've got a weird roll. A D8, a D4, and 46. Okay. Okay, so he 4, 9, 13, 16.
He doesn't take the
17,
D4 yet. He takes the D4 on his turn. Don't include D4.
17 damage,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's going to take 4 in a bit.
He will take a D4 at the beginning of his turn. Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
so
17 damage of what kind?
piercing.
17 piercing damage. Very well. Yeah, you this time, as he's just brought both of his swords down on top of 9, you see an opening. You stab into the side of his chest. Obviously, you're not trying to hurt him badly, so you give him a good cut using it. And you can see grimaces as he's like, "Oof, that did hurt."
Yeah, and then I disengage using my bonus action, and I run 15 feet away so not hiding behind, but over towards
behind one of them. They'll give you, you're kind of like behind it, not yet hiding, kind of thing. Very well. That makes it Ibethane's turn. What's the big Triceratops gonna do?
Probably not non-lethal damage. I'm not gonna lie.
No, you can do.
Well, one of my attacks is called Gore.
Yeah.
How far away from me is he?
30 feet.
Okay, right. So I run into him, which is 20 feet, which means that, yeah.
Barreling.
Okay, so I run
Keep
up to him and
trying.
use him as a hit attack, which means
Try
that I
and
get
drop into-
trampling charge.
Right, yeah.
Try again.
Do it.
Barreling?
Barreling.
Barreling into him.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's not good.
I'm going to use trampling charge, which means I can run as long as it's 20 feet or more away.
Yep.
And I use gore attack and the thing. He has to make a DC 13 strength saving throw.
If it stayed on there. That'd be a 15.
I'm going to bend luck.
Okay.
You are fucking.
Pounding out the looks. 2, so he fails.
What was the DC?
13.
He meets it, so he passes.
I'm going to bend luck again.
Right.
Fuck it. 1.
Right. He now
I am
roaring through your sorcery points.
I've got no sorcery points left.
Oh my.
already. Calm down. Does Ben Luck stack?
Yeah. It doesn't say it doesn't.
Fair enough then. Yeah. So yeah, you bump into him and he's not expecting it at this point, and you just fucking knock him down.
But that means he's not prone, which means I get to make a gore and stomp attack in this turn.
Very well. Roll both of
So
them.
I now have to make. So I need to make the gore attack. I need to hit him with it. Imagine's got a fucking sick AC.
It's 18. We know that.
Oh, okay, that's alright. I hit him then.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
hit him with 22.
Yeah, that hits. Raspar's the one with the fucking absurd AC.
I need my D8. 18 damage with that.
Cool. Takes 18 damage.
And then 29 damage from the stomp attack. And it's
29
bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
Well, the first one was piercing damage, this one was
Yep.
bludgeoning damage.
No worries. Yeah, so you run up and you smash your horn directly into him, knocking him off his feet 5 feet backwards, and then you run over the top of him as you're continuing your charge, and he tries to like dodge out of the way, but one of your feet manages to catch him square in the chest and crushes the air out of him. He's like, oh, and he's on the ground 5 foot away.
Nice.
That makes it 9's turn.
This is fucking awesome.
Hello, and welcome to the middle bit.
I'm not alone.
I know, I'm so sorry, James. Do you know, it's just been, since your laptop was stolen, like, I did all of the crossover campaign all by myself, and I was like, now that James has got his laptop, his computer up, and I'm like, no, you take it, you do it all the fucking podcast, all the time. It's not meant to be like that, but it's the way it's worked out.
Before my laptop was stolen, I did all of it. It's just basically we have one technological disaster after another.
Yeah.
We
Well,
just move from one to the other.
The most recent one is my laptop completely packed in the other day. a week ago now, and it takes a long time to try and like get a laptop or a computer like back up to what you're used to. You're like, you're like, oh, I need to go on this. Oh, I've not downloaded that yet.
Yeah.
And, like, and then thank fuck, because the vast majority of the Let's Try Roleplay stuff has been recorded off that laptop. But once again, our anal fucking organizedness has meant that we haven't lost anything.
I wouldn't describe it as anal organisedness. If you saw our OneDrive, there's just the one thing which is just a whole fuckload of audio files. But it's definitely saved our ass on more than one occasion.
Yeah. So hopefully we've not lost anything. And hopefully that's the last technological disaster we're going to have.
Oh, fucking touch wood.
Yeah,
How much wood can you do? This is real wood. This right here is real.
Yeah. But we're pretty much, new laptop's pretty much up and running. We're about to record some Star Wars Season 2 on the new laptop.
Yeah, which we've been talking about over the last couple of weeks, because obviously we've been recording it and I've been mentioning it in the middle bits, but it's going really well. Yeah, we're getting there.
Happy.
Doing some interesting stuff, some more just general fun stuff for us. I think we're just letting loose a little bit with it a bit more, which is nice, and just having a bit of fun. And then, the thing I was going to talk, I told Connor that I had something to tell him, an interesting note on it. I reckon by the time, because it's coming out after D&D Season 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're putting out Star Wars, maybe something in between, but most likely just Star Wars coming afterwards. So, it's going to come out next...
It's going to start probably March.
In
April,
March time,
like
right? Cool. Okay, right. Because this campaign, not to give any spoilers out, but is a little bit more bounty hunter-y focused and whatnot. It's going to come out around about the time The Mandalorian comes out in the UK. So it's still going to be, even though it's currently being influenced by The Mandalorian because we're watching it.
Yeah.
It's also going to be relatively relevant when it does come out in the UK.
That is, if everybody hasn't already seen it.
Or if it ever comes out in the UK.
But we've been watching The Mando.
Oh, it's so
been good. No spoilers, especially
we've
because it doesn't come out till March. But
yeah, we've been acquiring it through means. We got a guy.
Yeah, we got a guy.
It's me.
And his name is Putlock. No, he's not.
Do you have to edit that out? He's a pirate of sorts.
Yeah, he's a pirate of sorts, and he's got this like metal box next to all these other metal boxes that he puts stuff in.
Yes.
There was a put locker joke.
Oh.
But now we've just gone and said it. Never mind. Let's gloss over.
Yeah, no, it's right. The law doesn't listen to this. If you're a cop, then
the law only listens to this to give it a big like scalping explicit sign, and then pisses off to the next episode.
I'm pretty sure I tell it to put that explicit sign on, so it doesn't even listen to it. But no, yeah,
Mandalorian.
Hey, look, you drove us to this, Disney.
Yeah. Don't. This is not going to be a discussion about Disney.
This is UK and Star Wars. You can't fuck with our Star Wars.
You don't take away our Star Wars.
Yeah. The other kids had it first. I want it.
Mandalorian did like the whole feeling of it is brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, at the time that we're watching this, we've just watched the first 3 episodes.
Yep.
So what's out at the moment? We're really loving it. I really like it. I think the feel of it's really different. We love the music.
Yeah,
So
I've got it
good.
stuck in my head now.
I really like it a lot.
And I've added the like a 30-minute loop of the main theme music to like my work playlist on YouTube, which is just background music for me to sit and get on with stuff with. So.
I think it's just been done again. No spoilers. It's just been done really, really well. Like whoever.
Love it.
I mean, it's
Jon
happy.
Favreau.
He's done. I mean, he and whoever obviously wrote it.
Someone Filoni or whoever, the guy who did Clone Wars.
Oh, okay.
With the
he?
hat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
he's
Wait,
made a big
Cad
input.
Bane. He's got the hat. But they've obviously done their background reading. Like, fuck. It's just so well founded in the old lore that is now, I guess, the new canon as well.
Yeah,
it's so
brilliant.
Well done.
Love that they've brought some of that stuff back.
It's great.
You've been playing some Pokemon.
I've been playing some
I actually
Pokemon.
want to know. Is it good?
I got Pokemon Shield. I think I mentioned last time that my girlfriend's been playing Pokemon Sword. I think I probably mentioned it in the last one. But I got it on Friday. I am now the champion of the Galar region.
You've been hammering that!
As of, what day is it now? Friday. So it took me, actually it was yesterday, Thursday. So it took me 6 days. It's
Wow.
really, I like it. I do like it. I think There are certain things where it lets you sort of pass tutorials because you've already done the stuff that it was going to tutorial, and it obviously recognises that. I think it's done well. Being from the UK, I said this last mid bit actually. I was interested to see what their interpretation of the UK is.
How's Scotland?
So it's weird. It's like all sort of one. But when you're walking around, really, it's very much a conglomerate of the countryside in England.
Yeah.
There is definitely Scottishy sort of bits, but the thing I really like about it is it's sort of none of it's really England or Scotland or Wales. It's just sort of a conglomerate. It just looks to me, it looks a lot like the countryside in England because that's where I grew up, and I know that there's cottages and all this shit.
Yeah.
But there's definitely snowy areas that are very much more like a bit Scottish and all this sort of stuff. But the music has like bagpipe undertones in all the way through it. And I genuinely sat in Glasgow playing it on the television. I was like, who the fuck is out there playing the bagpipes? I'm trying to play. Oh, it's in the Pokemon game.
Playing it on the television?
Yeah, it's a Switch, man. I played Pokemon on the TV and not done that since Colosseum. How good.
That's fucking mad.
But there are... So it's good. I like it. I think they do Britain quite well. The end place is 100% London, and it looks like fucking London, and it's got a tube that is just the... It's got a monorail that is 100% just the double-decker buses.
Yeah.
And it's all done really, really well. I quite enjoy the wild area, being able to play with friends and just do that sort of raids and stuff is actually quite fun. I thought it might be a bit of a gimmick. And the Dynamaxing, I watched that when I first watched it in the trailer. I will not lie, I looked at that and went, I hate it. No, that's shit.
Yeah.
It's actually really good. I really enjoy doing it, and because in the gym, every gym battle you do, their last Pokemon they'll Dynamax. So it's kind of like you can only do it for 3 rounds. You'll only have a Dynamax Pokemon for 3 rounds per match. It's not that long, and they're not. I mean, they are pretty overpowered in raids and stuff, but they're not totally overpowered in gym matches and stuff.
Okay.
And it's kind of like you build to, because I'm going to save my Dynamax for that last Pokemon thing. And you've got these 2 giant Pokemon fighting each other, and it's actually kind of fun. And it's also relevant to the story, which is the first time it's been relevant. Like, they add Mega Evolutions, Z moves, and all that sort of stuff, but it's just a gimmick on the side of it. But this is actually core to the story of the region, and it's like a big thing for that region. Like, it's unique to them, and it's this thing that's a whole part of the story. So it's really well done. I like it.
Do they have that? I know in most Pokemon games there's like that one random town which is like so totally out with the aesthetic of everywhere else. It's always like,
yes, 100%.
There's like the little Chinese town. You're like, this is really weird.
Actually, there's 2 towns. I would say the glowing mushroom place.
The classic
where all
Yorkshire Dales.
The goblin Pokemon live, which I guess kind of is Tolkien-esque, which of course he was British, I guess. The one that is blatantly just Mexico, I genuinely don't get. It's 100% like New Mexican or Mexico town, and I went there.
Is
and
everyone wearing sombreros?
Is this supposed to be like a dig at the fact that we colonized everyone? What the fuck is this? But it's a really good town. It's cool, and I just didn't get how it really fit in with the rest of the aesthetic. And the whole... Okay, so there's a couple of British things that everyone says mate and governor. Yeah, gov is said a couple of times. Yeah, 100%. It's so good.
Oh my god.
People say oi all the time, and I'm just like, this is good stuff.
Oh my god.
And there is like a proper the team are just chavs or punk, I guess. I think it's supposed to be like anarchists and punk, like very Sex Pistols, but it's all like interesting and it's kind of fun, and you just think, that's such a stereotype of our culture. It's actually quite funny. I like it. It's
that's cool.
So, and there's some super fucking poncy assholes that you're just like, the Conservatives are in the game. You made it. Well done.
Aww.
But no, it's good fun. There's two nitpicks I will have with it. Big nitpicks that I think are big problems. One, I wasn't as bothered by everybody else that they didn't put all the Pokemon in the game, because I get that it's really, really difficult to get all of them in, like program them for the 3D-ness and whatever. But the problem with that is that once you release a game, data miners get hold of it, and the data miners found out that the code for the majority of, or for a lot of the 3D Pokemon are identical to the code for the 3DS Pokemon, and the 3DS has got all the Pokemon. So there's really no excuse for not transferring it over. Well, at least I don't think we can't do it because it takes so long to do all that still stuff.
Yeah.
It felt like a little bit like... I know for a fact that they were trying to get it out. They were like pushing to try and get it out. But I think somebody else said on the internet that like I'd rather not have a new Pokemon every couple of years and have a Pokemon game that comes out and it's fully complete and it's got loads of stuff. And there are some unfinished things in it, like this gym uniform you can't wear in the gym apart from your default one. That's weird. And the other nitpick is more specific.
Right.
You know the Pokemon Whale Lord, right?
Yes.
Do you ever play Pokemon Colosseum?
I don't know if I've ever paid Whale Lord at it.
Well, when you release Whale Lord, when you put that motherfucker out, he takes up the entire fucking stadium. He's like the size of a Dynamax Pokemon normally, because that's how big the motherfucker is. Yeah. You put him out in this game, he's about the size of a table or a dog. It's just you look at it and go, that's fucking weird. And then you Dynamax him, and it makes him the actual size he should be.
Imagine if you Dynamaxed the actual version, though.
It would kill everybody. It's really, really weird. But
so this has been an extended advert for Pokemon Sword and Shield.
It's
Go
good.
buy those.
It's well. If you have a Switch and you like Pokemon, buy it. Don't ignore all the people that say whatever they say of it. I didn't watch many reviews until after I'd played it, and I liked it, and I think it's really. I think it's cool. It's sweet. It's definitely got the feel of Pokemon in it. I like the story, and I like the gym. Actually, it's one of the best that the gym's ever been. It's like
cool.
Feels like it's a big competition. There's tons of other gym people going through and doing it. You see all the other challenges and stuff, and it's like a yearly thing rather than just the gym thing goes all the time. And it's interesting. It's really well done. It felt like a big deal when you get to the champion, and I was like, yeah, this is good. This is really good.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, get those games.
Is the champion Boris Johnson?
No. There'd been a general election in the December before that, and he lost.
Who was it? Tell me.
Oh shit! No, that's not like I know the future. It was Whale Lord.
But he was small.
No. He was in the House of Whale Lords. It was. Right. Okay. Shit.
Right.
But no.
Cool. Today we're gonna shout out Social Bite.
As well as Pokemon Shield.
Yeah, exactly. I've actually got something really quite sad
to
say about, not about Social Bite, but something about homelessness in general.
Mm-hmm.
I read there was an article recently by some fucking Daily Mirror or The Sun or some bullshit newspaper.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, but it was saying that there's been a record number of homeless deaths so far this winter. Like they've
the snap so early. Fuck.
Yeah, and they've already surpassed the number of deaths that there were last winter, and it's only November. So there are people out there sleeping on the street, even though, because it has been so cold recently in Glasgow.
Oh shit, and wet as well. Because we slept in the park at -3, but we had like fucking salopettes. We had jackets.
I was wearing
thermals.
thermal long johns.
Exactly, thermals, a proper fucking like sleeping bags.
Yeah,
and it was only -3. And it was dry.
Yeah.
And even that wasn't particularly comfortable.
No.
And if you had to do that every night,
yeah,
Jesus Christ, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure if it snowed, then it would have been like cancelled. But yeah, these people are out there and they have no other choice. And yeah, unfortunately, they've been finding. Imagine going out, you're walking to work in the morning.
Yeah.
You find someone in a doorway. Like that's.
Oh God.
It's awful. Like, but that's happening. And these people, things like this, so like the Simon community that I found out about recently, they help homeless people. I don't know if it's just in Glasgow, but there's a Simon community who go around the city and help the homeless people get into sort of emergency accommodation and whatnot.
Yeah.
But Social Bite are obviously the ones that we're sort of supporting, and they will also help to do the same.
Yeah.
God's sake, just... wherever you are, whatever your homeless charity is, spare them a thought at this time of year because, while you're cozied up in your room with your heating on, there's someone
definitely.
out
I mean,
there.
there's tons of things you can do because you can go, well, we have Social Bite in Glasgow and I think Edinburgh have obviously Home, which is the extension of Social Bite. And I think they have the cafes over there as well. But so like if you're in Scotland, like fucking take a Christmas shopping trip to Glasgow or Edinburgh and pop in a Social Bite for a sandwich and pay forward some money. Yeah. Because that money just, or donate some money to them online or whatever, because that money goes towards a really good cause. And there's also things like, I know UK-wide, probably other countries as well, most have this. It's like community fridges. Like if you've got food that you think, it's a bit off, but I don't fancy eating it. But you know that's probably good for another 5 days.
Yeah.
Because realistically, the shops put these things on it so that they're safe for everybody.
Yeah.
Go put it in a community fridge. These fridges where you can literally just put food in that you don't want, and people can come and take it away and have that to eat. And all of this doesn't keep them off the street, but at least they've got something in their belly to keep them warm or like.
That could be the thing that gets them through the night.
Oh, exactly.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sorry that was so sad. But
it's something
it's the harsh reality of it, and it's something that we can change. If you can do your little bit, make that your tiny change. There we go.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, tiny change. Go donate some money.
And they might. Who knows? They might even need a bone marrow transplant. That could be an even bigger.
Yeah.
That could be a big change.
Christmas is coming up. Your son, that little shit doesn't need an iPad 2 years in a row. He had one last year. He can give one to a homeless person. No, donate. Yeah, just donate.
Give them a Switch with Pokemon Shield.
Realistically, we're all going to spend a huge amount of money that we shouldn't at Christmas.
Yeah.
A little bit of that could go towards homeless people.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
fuck, we are getting really into this. I'm fucking angry.
Fucking do it!
Seriously, why? I'm gonna go give my shoes to somebody. That's a horrible joke, but god damn, I'm gonna give some money away. It's a really good cause.
Before we get too emotional and start crying. Should we let these guys get back to D&D Season 2?
No, not unless you donate some money. I'm fucking Patreon.
We're gonna wait here, right? Let's just wait.
It's about to fucking end. The episode's about to end, and you have to go on Patreon to us to donate some money. Go straight to homeless people. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that because you're all good people.
Yeah.
And that this guilt trip, this horrible guilt trip.
I know this isn't like shameless advertising. It's just turned into like threatening you.
We don't want to make people feel bad, but we just want to if we can promote one person to do it, that'll make us feel better.
Yeah, that'll be so worth it. Go and enjoy the rest of D&D Season 2. I mean, we're gonna do these every episode as we always do, but enjoy the rest of this episode.
Go
anyway.
listen to the group of people who do not sound like they should be putting forward these charities. The horrible murder hobos that play this campaign.
Right, shall we go?
Yeah, aye.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Happy birthday.
To who?
I don't know. You never know. Henry loves you. Bye-bye.
Right, so I would like to try and use inflict wounds on him. So go and try and put my hand. So hand's got my sword. It's going to try and press against him. I'm going to try and make a melee spell attack.
That's right. I'll use lay on hands.
So that's a D20 plus your spell attack modifier.
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically, it's actually the same modifier as if I was actually using my sword. 18.
Yes, that hits.
Yes. On a hit, the target takes 3d10 necrotic damage for first level. I'm gonna up it to a second level spell.
Nice.
So add another 1d10 to that.
Fucking torching this boy.
I don't think
You've blitzed him.
Yeah.
You've all just gone bang, whereas the last one was him and Raspar trading blows back and forth. You guys are just going fuck you up.
We're the heroes of River's Edge.
Motherfucker.
Heroes.
15. That is.
We're the coincidentally good murderers of River's Edge.
That is 15 damage there, and I'd also want to cast Hunter's Mark on him as well, so that every time I hit him with a weapon afterwards, I can do 1d6 extra
Cool.
damage.
Yeah, that's
to
a
help
bonus
him.
action, isn't it?
Yeah, as a bonus action.
Good.
Cool. Right, that brings it to his turn. He is
gotta
going
run.
to do you know that thing where you bring your legs back and kick up and onto your feet?
Yeah.
He's going to do that, and as he does so, he's going to bring his swords down onto. You two are adjacent to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Tholme. I'm not there.
He's going to bring his swords down onto 9. He's going to do he's going to bring one down one way and one down the other.
Okay.
Doing 2 attacks.
I'm gonna try Triceratops.
They will do. One will be a crit, and the other will be a 17.
17 don't hit.
Doesn't hit. Cool. So the crit will do.
Get the crit cards. Get the crit cards.
Yep, grabbing them.
Crit fail.
The crit hit.
Oh shit. On 9.
Crit.
Is Nine about to get her arm
See
broken
if I
again?
had my nice 22 that you took away from me
Being
earlier.
fair.
Not according to your wee app thing that we made this character on.
Why can't you get your shield out? Oh, because you have got your shield out. My
No, I
bad.
do.
Guys, I've got a plan.
Is that plan hitting really hard?
No, it's not.
My AC is only 2 higher than normal. I'm gonna try Triceratops.
The only thing is...
If it's slashing damage, am I resistant to it if it's a crit? Can I get the half damage on the crit?
You're resistant. You do get the half damage, but you also take whatever the crit does.
Ah.
So he does double damage to you. But as you manage to parry the first one out of the way, but as you do so, you leave your helmet open, and he brings his sword down onto your helmet, and it knocks you really hard in the head. And until the end of his next turn, you are stunned. So you're incapacitated. You automatically fail strength and dex saving throws, and attack rolls against you have advantage until the end of his next turn.
Okay.
So you just don't.
And you also take.
Do I miss my turn then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I suppose I'm like, doing. Ow.
You take,
The sound effects in this.
Yeah. Sound effects are good.
including the double and then halving, 10 points of slashing damage.
Is
So
that
double for the crit and then half it. So just normal damage, basically.
So 10.
So 10. Yeah.
Okay.
And can you dude take 4 thingy damage? Does he need to save
1d4.
against that? He needs to save against it though, doesn't he?
Yeah, at the end of his turn. So he took it at the beginning, he took 2. And then he's going to make a con save, I believe it is.
4 though? Or does he
I roll it.
You roll
Yeah.
it. Fine.
That's a nat 20 on the save.
Well, fine. Well, fine. Fine.
He still took the damage.
Fine. I've decided, because it's back to my go now. I've decided not to go with my plan.
Okay.
Because I can actually do more damage without it. It's just a cool idea, but I would actually entangle many people in a web, which I'm not going to do.
No, just web him.
Please web him. Please web him. That's so funny.
No, but I have to web everyone within a 20-foot cube.
Yeah, you'll web all of them.
Do it.
No, you're only 15 feet away, so you wouldn't web yourself, but you'd web all of them.
Man.
Do
Right,
it.
so I'm gonna run up 15 feet, and I'm gonna use my. It's my bonus action I can use to disengage. No, I don't need my bonus action to disengage. Is that right?
Yeah, you would.
What is
You'd
it?
need your bonus action to disengage.
Cool. Yes, no, that's what it says. Cool. Right, so I'm not gonna dual wield. Okay, I'm gonna try and hit with my rapier, which is gonna be an 18.
That will hit.
Nice.
Let's get rolling these boys. Rolling these bones.
What?
That is a lot. So that is... Fuck that one as well. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 24 damage.
24 damage.
24 damage, and then you're going to roll a d4 on your thing.
Very well. Yeah, you once again get him really good.
Getting good.
Obviously not going for lethal strikes, but you probably like you go deep into some muscle, and he's like, oh, that hurts. Deep into one of his rippling pecs. As it ripples, it does move the armor. That's how strong he is. I'm kidding.
Terry Crews, man. Like, we're fighting Terry Crews.
You can see his six pack
Terry
through his
Crews.
plate armor.
Terry Crews with scales that are golden. So yeah.
And he's
then
7 foot.
and then I run 15 feet in the opposite direction.
After disengaging. Cool. That makes it Ibathane.
I'm gonna. How close am I to him?
You're next to him.
So I would take a disengage. I can't. I would have to disengage to go away from him and then come back.
Yes, and you wouldn't be able to go away and come back and get the charge again. Because you need to start your charge from 20 feet away.
Yeah, I can do that. I've got 50-foot movement range.
Do you?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I'm gonna take the attack of opportunity.
All right. Cool.
I'm just gonna run 20 feet away and then run back.
Cool. He's going to attack of opportunity you.
How long does your polymorph
That will
last
be
for?
a.
So I've just looked at this, Robin. It lasts an hour, and I can't dispel it.
That'll be a 27 to hit, which will hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
And that will do 23 damage.
Right, okay.
as he brings both of his swords round. And
What's
plops them
95
inside.
minus 22, 23, 20 what?
23 damage.
You need to give.
72.
Yeah, you need to give us a number in order
Rob,
for us to do the math.
Robin eternally with the good maths.
72 hit points left.
Mhm.
Right, I'm just going to run back and do this attack at him again.
Yeah.
Let's just get this gore attack out of the way. Fuck.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not good.
Shit. No, it's not been good.
Mm-hmm.
No, 12. And
Right, this time
I do have to hit with the gore attack to knock him down.
All
so.
right, this time he's ready for you, and he manages to step out of the way as you go past him.
No, does he stop the Triceratops?
Yes, he does. He crosses his sword. He reverses his grip on his sword, puts his shoulder into you, slams them into the gap between the two of them, and uses his sword and his weight to stop you and take you on his shoulder.
Worth it for the mess.
Mm-hmm.
Not really, but
That is fucking
Still
sick.
Right.
And
Which brings it to 9.
I want to use my bonus action to.
Yep. Very well. So that's 9's go.
Stunned. So I
You
can't.
can't. Yep.
Yeah, I try, as it happens, I sort of like fall back and sort of like grab my head, just trying to like slap it like out of myself, just trying to get myself back in the game.
Very well. In that case, Fyodor is going to turn to the big Triceratops that he just managed to stop, and he's going to try and stab into you with 2 swords. One, they will both be 25 plus.
No.
Yeah, so that's going to be.
We need to have Triceratops-sized armor made. So when I transform, don it.
But it'll take us like half an hour to put it on you.
Spend 10 minutes putting it on.
Yeah, 10 minutes putting it on,
Then
and we've
when-
still got 50 minutes.
then-
left.
then
when
when
trying to put it on,
Then when
while
you unpolymorph, Ibathane's crushed under the weight of it.
I can't wait for the moment where one of us goes, damn it, we need a horse.
what's the Triceratops' name?
Terry.
Te-
Terry the Triceratops.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Trixie the Triceratops.
Trixie's quite good.
Trigon.
I think Tiny.
Tiny.
Tim.
Ooh, teeny. I like teeny.
Can you take 31 points
teeny
of damage?
Terry.
So, Teeny Terry, can you take 31 points of slashing damage as he swipes these 2 swords down in an X fashion across your face?
How much?
32, I think it is. 31, yeah.
31.
If you die in your polymorph form, do you die?
He just
I
turns back to
turn back
himself.
into Ibathay.
Oh, that's actually pretty good to be
very,
fair.
very good spell.
That's
I've just
really
put
good.
the wrong fucking number now.
Can he take a d4 of thingy
Yes, he
damage?
can.
Slowly ticking away. Slowly ticking away.
it's a dark dice and it's a dark carpet.
It's been lost eternally to the carpet. Oh no, it's been found.
He takes 4 points.
Whoa!
And he makes a save against it, which he will pass with a non-natural 20. Fair enough.
Oh, shit.
Right, that makes it Tholme's go again.
I'm going to spice it up and do exactly the same thing. What?
Nine, go
I
on.
think you can dispel polymorph, by the way.
No, you can't. It specifically says lasts for the duration or until the target drops to 0 hit points or dies.
Right, fair enough.
I'm fucked.
Not.
Just the next challengers, you'll be like, I want to fuck up that
And now,
Triceratops.
welcoming to the ball, the heroes of Wither's Edge.
Sorry, you've got like,
We just hang the costume off your tusk.
sorry, you've still got like a couple hours.
Do I come back
Right.
naked?
No, you come back wearing your clothes.
The hat on like your horn or something.
Right, I rolled
The
a
shoes
4,
on your big stumps.
okay, but I'm going to use my lucky for the first time
Right.
and re-roll. And get a natural 1.
Alright, he
Can't you roll me a
manages to just, he sees you coming and he tries to knock you out of the way, and something's gonna happen. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
You can't keep your old roll when you get when you do your lucky. No, you have to take
Lucky
your new
you
one.
take whatever you get.
Oh, that's.
That was sweet. Oh no.
Could have gotten worse. I mean, he is the war master of his region.
Yeah,
And,
and
like-
fucking tanked.
He's I mean, his pecs, man. I feel like if we put up a long enough fight, then he'll probably respect us and hopefully get us free booze.
As you run up to him, he sees you coming and he just elbows back into the middle of your forehead and you're stunned next round.
I like that.
Do I take any damage? No.
No, you don't take any damage.
Good. Right, so I can't do anything next round.
No, you can't do anything next round. You skip your next turn, basically.
So I just fall to the ground. I can't move out.
You just like he elbows you directly in the middle of the eyes, and it just kind of like knocks you a bit senseless for a turn, and you're just like, oh, you have to like wipe your eyes and
So
shake
I can't
your head.
run away now.
No, you can't run away.
In the noggin.
Thought he's gonna sit on Tholme.
Right, that makes it. Ibethane's go.
I'm gonna gore him.
All right, so you're gonna run away again.
No, I won't run away. I'll just gore him.
Just gore him. All right,
So-
roll for it.
Cool.
I know you took a lot of damage last time.
Yeah, I took a lot more damage than I thought I was
And then
going to.
missed.
That's not a 21. That can't be a 21. It is a 21 though, actually, because it's a 12 plus a 9. I had the 2 and the 1.
Right, that'll hit. Yep.
Yep, cool. Which is, I think that's 4d8 plus 6. 30.
30.
30 damage in total.
Dang.
And that's piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
If it makes
Any difference?
Right. He takes you. Just bring your horn, like your central horn, into his side, and it stabs into him again. He's like, "Oh, that hurts." Oh, fair enough, and that makes it 9.
Fair enough.
Oh, fair enough. I did slash your tits.
Right.
No, he's actually like, "Oh, that hurts. Fair enough. That's a good hit."
Oh, that hurt good.
Oh, you prick.
Oh, the beautiful pain.
Hello, pain, my old friend. Right. Shaking myself out of it. I'm no longer stunned.
You
so
are
I'm
no longer
gonna
stunned.
rub that off my conditions. And then go back to him. So, first attack, slashing at him with my long sword. Bollocks. 17.
Nope.
That misses. Second attack. Gonna say that's because I was stunned and I'm still trying to get myself awake. Ooh, 23.
That will hit.
Cool. So first off, 1d. So yeah, okay. And I'd also like to cast Divine Smite as a second level spell. So that'll be, holy fuck, 3d8 plus 2d6 plus 1d8 plus
Yes.
3 from it. Oh my god. Right, bear with me here. Bear with me here,
Man, it's
fellas.
a good job all the other fights in this are fucking impossible.
So that's 2d6. That's my flames.
How
Flames
much
are
fire
there.
damage?
So that's 6 fire damage.
Cool, so he takes 3.
And then 3d8 for my Divine Smite. That's a d8. That's a d8. Will Divine Smite and my actual sword attack be just basically the same thing? They don't do any different?
They don't do any different.
Okay, I'll just roll 4 d8s and add 3 to it. That's 2, 8, 13.
The face you made when making that math, your eyes went in completely opposite direction.
Showing my inbreeding. 17 plus 3. So that's 20 damage
Cool.
from my longsword and Divine
Yes.
Smite.
Yes, as he takes this, he's just like, "Oh, you guys are good, I've got to say. Now, my turn again," and he's gonna bring one sword. Actually, no, he's gonna.
A
Yeah.
plus 1d6 for my Hunter's Mark.
Ah,
as
yeah,
well.
cool. Roll that again. Roll that
Oh.
as well.
Bollocks. Knew I was needing something.
And he's dead.
6.
Cool. Once again, he's like, "Oh, that really hurts. Even the fire, which I'm not used to. I better repay you." And he brings his 2 swords down onto Tholme, who's now next to him.
Oh, bye, Tommy.
Fuck, I'm not used to this.
Right.
He's like lying on the ground like... so he's...
That will be a 16 and a 27.
Both hit.
Right.
Shit. 27? Fuck.
So he's got at least a +8. Because, yeah, at least a +8.
Can you please take 34 points of damage?
Nah. Well, I'm going to take half of that because I'm used my uncanny dodge.
Right, yep.
So 34, so it's going to be...
17. Yeah.
Why are
What's
you
your
next-
max health?
Why are you next to him?
Because he...
Oh, you can't.
Stunned
You're stunned. You can't. You can't take any reactions.
Oh.
Well,
How much damage was it?
1, 2,
34 points.
3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm going to say, essentially, he brings these two swords, and the flat of them, seeing as he already stunned you, he brings both of the flats of them to the side of your head and just knocks you out.
Okay.
Knocks you.
Tommy's not look good.
That'll be his turn.
Can I ask a question?
Did
I have an inspiration from the crossover campaign I never used. Can I just
No.
have that? Oh, fuck!
I did actually mean to say, listeners, we record these in big blocks, so it makes sense. You do, however, get an inspiration for your "Would you like a cup of tea" joke.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
you!
that was good.
Your tea joke, because I was like, "Fuck, that's good." While we were having dinner, I thought he deserved it.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
'Cause Fabian would say fabulous, darling.
Did he take no, he's not taking.
He's not
taking
taking his
anything
turn.
this turn because I didn't hit.
Right, that brings it back to Tholme's turn. Having been knocked round the head, you actually got your senses knocked back into you.
Like,
and now you're all right.
Oh, it'd been really funny if it'd been like one sword knocked the sense back into him, and the second sword came around and knocked it back out.
Okay, that's gonna hit. That's gonna be a 24
Right.
to hit, and he's gonna be doing his shit. That's all. He's gonna get 4, 8, 14, 19, 21 damage with the rapier.
Cool.
Ooh.
And then he's going to do his 4d4 on his turn, and he's going to run away 15 feet. And,
Before you're able to run away, as you're stabbing forward with this rapier, he brings both of his swords, catches your rapier, and says, "You know, I think I yield. You three are good. I can understand why you're, what is it?
No yield, kill him!
You are, what, heroes of River's Edge or something like that? I have a lot of respect for you for that. You're good fighters." He'll he's basically caught on the cross of his swords your stab.
I still hit.
And he's just like, "I yield, you guys win."
I still hit, though.
Oh.
Yeah, you were about, he catches it as you're about to go into the side of his chest.
Okay.
Cool.
It's just like, you guys were about to, I yield. It's okay.
Was he about to go down?
Yeah, basically.
We did
for the purposes of
fairly
this, yeah.
substantial fucking damage.
Yeah. And he probably was also like worn down from his fight with Raspy Boy as well.
Tholme tries to shake his hand, but just like falls.
As you go to fall down, he catches you and grabs you up. He's like, "Come upstairs with me. Raspar will have some. That is a good point. He's not going to be able to fit through the door."
Can we just like?
I'm fine.
I've got an idea.
I have idea. You're not going to like.
Mine's even better.
You're stuck as Triceratops for probably another hour or so. Do you want to stay Triceratops, or I can just turn you back straight into Ibothane as normal right now?
Or Tholme can give him a toy. Reach into his pockets and give him a toy to play with for an hour.
A rubber duck.
Oh fuck, are you wearing the...
I'm wearing
the trousers.
I don't currently have a thing made up for that.
A ball. Just give him like a ball to chase around.
I think I want to play as a Triceratops for an hour.
You can't get out of the door.
No, just in the cage.
Okay, people will just come and challenge you for a bit, yeah?
Fuck yes! I'll fight the oncomers.
Alright.
Right.
Fight the Triceratops and run towards somebody, like charge towards them and change back into Ibothane halfway through.
And then run back out the door.
I have won.
Because everything doesn't know that Tholme's got his new amazing trousers of unusefulness. So.
Do you know the really weird thing is, when I change back, I've got full hit points again.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
That's
gonna be
really
useful
good.
in big boss battles.
That is.
Yeah,
actually.
polymorph at the beginning. Waste all those hit points. Try not to die.
Wait until.
Oh no,
you're
when I
about
go
to
back
die.
to zero, I do go to zero when I get to
So
zero.
So Fyodor takes the shoulder of the two people that are able to get through the door and leads you back upstairs. As he's leaving, he says, "You know, you can probably fight, or I don't know if you want to. There is a Triceratops here. You can do kind of what you want." He takes the other two of you upstairs and sits you down. Goes and sits down next to Raspar. Raspar brings out from a bag at his waist, brings out a couple potions of healing and hands them to each of you.
Oh.
He says, "Just drink it quickly. It'll heal most of your wounds." We'll do that afterwards. And he says, that was a very good fight. I myself would be happy to fight against you two at some point. And your friend down there, hopefully not as Triceratops. Because that is fucking crazy, man.
I will admit, first time we've seen it.
Yeah,
as well.
that was new for us too, mate.
I didn't know he could do that.
Man, I've never seen anybody do that. So, it's pretty cool. I thought Triceratops had been extinct for thousands of years, but who knows?
Don't know where he even learned it himself.
And he did say that he was born 2,000 years ago.
He did say that.
Can we like drift back to a moment where Tholme's reading a book of like ancient nature of the region, and he shows Ebithin a picture of the sighted Triceratops.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look at this fucking thing. This fucking set. Everything needs to turn to that one.
Do you think you're related to them?
And he says, well, we can either wait around here. We've still got 4 hours or so until the banquet, so we might as well wait here for your friend to turn back and see what happens. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. As I Thome says, guys, no, nine. You need to see this. I've got something that everything's gonna love. And he walks up over to the balcony bit that surrounds it, and I go, oh, Ebel! And Thormy reaches into his pocket and takes out a...
Choose a number between... Roll a d6.
6.
A single sewing needle.
That's anticlimactic.
What? And I just throw it at him.
Just fucking leave it there.
Ebel, it'll get better. I'll try it again tomorrow.